Sophia, can you come here for a moment? Yes, ma'am? Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am.
But madam.
Oh, what is it, George?
I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner.
Oh, well, I don't want to cause any trouble. Nonsense. What does it matter, George? Stop being overly pedantic.
But don't you think you've had enough, Mother? Come on, just let George pour the wine. Just let him pour the damn wine, would you? It's his job. You stay out of it, boy. If your mother wants the girl to pour the damn wine, then the girl will pour the damn wine. Of course, sir. My apologies.
An interfering little rat. An interfering little rat, isn't he, Daddy?
Yes, he is. Why can't you ever keep your mouth shut, boy? Perhaps I did speak out of turn. I apologize. Now, don't lose your temper, Father. Maybe you're the one who needs to shut his mouth. Ooh. Ah. Alright, we're gonna hold it back. Careful, Father. There's no need to make such a scene at dinner. I'll show you a scene. Get over here.
Elcom, let's not permit this behavior to ruin dinner.
Yes, I suppose you're right. You can count your lucky stars, boy.
Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer. I just wanted to say that you're the loveliest. That this. Blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to say that.
They've got of that. It's messing me up.
I just want to say that was the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie. You are too kind, miss. Of course I will have tea and cakes for you in the drawing room as usual after dinner. Oh, you are too good to me, you sweet thing. So very, very good to me.
Not for me. I wouldn't mind having some of your hotcakes. Would you? Oh. Really, you two. You don't need to broadcast your affection so obviously in public.
I'm sorry, Mr. Rat. I never. Shush, Rat. Go grow into a hole somewhere else.
Oh my lord.
Somewhere else. That's quite enough of your silly jokes, Aran. Anyway, let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's birthday. Such an important occasion for us all. It was so dear to us, Malcolm. Happy birthday, Daddy.
Indeed. Happy birthday, Father. Let's hope it'll be one to remember. Doing the deed. Now it's time to quickly plant the items of evidence you have. To do so, simply enter the desired room, select the item in your inventory. When you're ready, enter the drawing room to do your deed. So you want to enter the drawing room? No. This one? Boop. Talk to her. Talk to me. Please don't touch that. Items. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna save the game real quick. Where would be a good place to plant the evidence? What if I... Items. Taz. Flies to be you, he never even repeated the old cliche. After some curiosity, you're liable to leave evidence inside the old grandfather clock. You're fairly certain that the police will find it there. It'll look like someone was trying to keep it hidden. Sure you want to enter the drawing room? I don't know. What do I do with the rat poison? I'm gonna go in here. Your parents' room has not changed. You just remain the frozen capsules. Alright. Which one is her room? It's really, Items. Weapons. Rat poison. So weapon, not a piece of evidence, you may need it. Alright. Well, you know what we need to do? We planted the evidence. Time to kill a hoe. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Over here. This door. Do it. Jennifer staring out the window ahead of you, lost in one of her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now it is time. Choose the murder weapon. Rat poison. The silent weapon of an intelligent hoe. Sprinkled over the cakes on the table, it could easily be mistaken for frosting of sugar. Having added a generous portion of your special topping to the cake, you step back at the shadows and watch as to make sure she eats them. Sure enough, she soon turns to the plate and devours 2 of them in quick succession. Poison works surprisingly quickly. She begins to choke and her skin turns green. Finally, she falls to the ground in front of you. You examine her body to make sure she isn't breathing before placing the container of poison on the desk. The deed is done. It's time to leave this room before someone discovers it. This way. They'll never catch me here. Oh, it's where my father is. Upstairs. It sounds like my deed has been discovered. Oh no, what happened? Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston. We need to get him a good name. Good evening, everyone. My name is I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. I understand this is a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is. I want to know what you're doing wasting time in here while my daughter's killer's still out there. Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry. Nobody has been was seen entering or leaving the house. It would seem entirely possible, then, that the killer is in this room.
What? No.
That seems highly unlikely, Inspector.
Perhaps it is, however. In the order to follow protocol, I will have to interview each of you in turn. Mrs. Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first? I suppose so.
The interview.
Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I will need to search the person. Best to get these formalities out of the way.
Is this really necessary?
I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. Now it's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. As you know, I have already spoken to everyone else who was present at the house at the time of your sister's death. We have also now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all of your activities since your revival. The maid says that you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock. She greeted you at the door. She says that you mentioned during your conversation that you were not on good terms with your family. It's no secret that I detest my family. You should already know that by now, that I can't stand my family. That doesn't mean I killed my sister. Of course not, Mr. Bruce, but it's worth noting, wouldn't you agree? The maid says that you made several lewd comments and advances towards her during your conversation. Seems me to question your character, I'm afraid. It was only intended as a harmless joke. It was intended purely as a lighthearted joke. In retrospect, it may have been inappropriate. Yes, it's entirely possible to misjudge these situations, isn't it? It's worth noting that the butler is also commented on your inappropriate behavior towards the maid. Later, you want to speak to the maid again, which is curious. Why did you decide to visit the kitchen? I'm not gonna lie to him. Isn't it obvious I was pursuing the maid? Why do you think? I wanted to see more of the maid. A lot more. I see. You'll forgive me for suggesting. That seemed rather lecturous. She claims that you attempted to sexually assault her in the kitchen. Sexual assault? I only wanted to kiss. It's not like I tried to rape a girl. I just wanted a harmless hug and a kiss. Well, your attentions were unwanted. You should realize that. I note that you did not stop to chat with either of your parents when you arrived, which strikes me as very peculiar indeed. Makes me wonder what else you were doing that was so important. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? No, I did not. No, I didn't see Jennifer until dinner. Very well, then. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. I understand that there was an argument involving the butler. You felt he was being treated unfairly.
Families always treat their servants poorly. Someone has to stand up for the servants around here. My family treats them like dirt. Indeed, it was good of you to do so, Mr. Bruce. I gathered your father rather lost his temper at one point. Yes, the usual. He always loses his temper. My behavior gave him his cause to get annoyed. That was nothing out of the ordinary. Your father often loses his temper at dinner? My father loses his temper no matter where he is. I see. At one point, you made the accusation that the maid and your sister were in some sort of inappropriate relationship? I was just trying to stir up some drama. I'm almost certain they are. Seems obvious enough to me, the way those two were carrying on. Parents were just oblivious to it. You believe your sister was in a lesbian relationship with the maid? Almost certainly. Interesting. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Upstairs. The landing. I was on the upstairs landing. I see. Thank you. As I said earlier, you have completed your initial search of the property. The search did not turn up any items which gave me cause to suspect anyone in particular. I'm curious about the murder weapon. Poison had apparently been sprinkled on some cakes which the maid had prepared. However, you also must have passed through the pantry in order to speak to the maid in the kitchen. Of course, your sister may have done this herself, if it was a suicide. It is all very interesting. I'll be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. Your behavior this evening has given me cause for suspicion. While there is some suspicion regarding your father, I don't currently regard him as a serious suspect. I also think the evidence surrounding the maid might be worth another look. Despite her condition, I don't believe your sister committed suicide. Now, as for what happens next, I'm going to ask you to accompany me to the station for further questioning. Am I under arrest? Not currently, Mr. Bruce, unless you want it that way. I think another interview with the maid will be required also. A verdict of suicide seems unlikely, I'm afraid. You and Cecilia were both taken into questioning, and you did your best to convince them that your innocence and of the maid's guilt. However, the police soon discovered that you had an obvious motive to want your sister dead. From the moment on, you were the prime suspect. The trial was long and difficult one. Finally, the jury found you guilty of the crime. Shit! You have a life sentence for the murder of your sister and would be spending the rest of your life sleeping behind bars. In your dank little cell, there was nowhere to hide or escape from the nightmares when they came. The deed itself had taken possession of your soul and perhaps was her final revenge. Well, we're bad at this. We're gonna do this again sometime, and we're gonna get this right. Alright, we're gonna win. For right now, this has been How to Suck at the Deed. I guess it kind of fits because we lost. But, hope you have a great day, you're beautiful. I hope you enjoy. If you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, still give it a like. Go share it around with your friends if you think they'd enjoy it. And if they wouldn't enjoy it, if they want to hate me, that's fine. Go check out my music. Go buy my shirts. Go check out everything else of mine. Go to my casting call, which my name on there is Linkwood Plays, and I don't know, ask me to cast for stuff, because I do voice acting. It's fun. I don't know. Go to my SoundCloud. Buy my music. On other things. Look, I don't know, just love me. Please love me.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic. Call me fantastic, touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Smooth. Just like a silk, soft and cuddly, hug me up like a quilt. I'm a lyrical lover.